Our keynote speaker today is one of the giants of the Indian property industry. During his 16-year career as head of one of India's largest property firms, Rustomjee, this icon has lived through and helped shape India's biggest property boom. His unique perspective is born out of varied experiences which make him the ideal person to lead the industry into a new era. Boman is a first-generation real estate developer and an entrepreneur with over 18 years of experience and knowledge of the industry. He has coupled business acumen with international exposure to put to use powerful and very successful strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Boman R Irani, the Chairman and Managing Director of Rustomjee Group and the driving force behind the success story of the real estate brand Rustomjee.
So, thank you for all those kind words, some of which I also realized first time today. Gentlemen, I don't know who to thank more. Santosh Nayak, who called me here today and said, listen, be the keynote speaker. Manish Porwal for calling this great entertainer called Anurag Batra all the way from Delhi to host one of the most amazing panel discussions I have seen to date. If you became part of the editorial of your magazines, you'd have a lot more interesting articles to read, wouldn't you? Say something. Of course. So, after all those innumerous books I have read about management, etc., I learned some of the most key things from my panel here today. And so, towards that, a big round of applause to all you guys, yeah? So they say change is the only constant. You have to rehear this. Change is the only constant in life. The one thing that you'll continuously encounter is change. And still, most of us, if we look at the way we work, we are averse to change. Our first reaction to change is no. Right? This has got to change, really, in all and every spheres of our life, from the way we live, to the way we work in business, to the way we educate ourselves, to the way we want to go. Everything has to constantly change. This is called being dynamic. And towards this, if there was one word that was missed out in all my panelists' viewpoint to all my dear broker friends out here, it was be dynamic, be ready to change. When I saw that little video of that guy going through all the muddles of the day to make that one flat sale, and when it doesn't happen, he just had to instantly change his reaction from sadness to happiness and say, no problem, sir, tomorrow evening. Be dynamic. Okay? And dynamic has a lot of connotations to it. It means being aggressive. It means being, a leader. It means being someone who can adapt to change. It means someone who will be an overall, a pillar of everything that the other person wants to see. When I was coming over here, I was wondering, what will I speak to the same bunch or the tribe of people that have actually educated me about the business, right? When I got into this business, I really did not know anything. I've got some of my friends here in the second row. All you, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I thank this larger group out here. You not only taught me real estate, you taught me business itself. You are the same people who brought to me the multitude of experience or the greatness of variety I have had in my life. You have brought to me every single person that I really have grown to become friends with, develop business relationships with. You have given me in-depth on these people. Without you, they would have been just one more face in the crowd, walked into my office and walked out. You have brought to me the depth of who that person was, what his family is, and I'll tell you how this has helped me. And I don't know if you guys can take a lesson out of it. In the earlier days, I used to remember some builders had a philosophy. The first time a customer walked in, please come. The second time after, when the check was being given, come, please come. The third time, oh, he's come. Where's the check? And after the deal was done, delivered, oh, damn, he's come again? So this changed when we realized, and I speak for my fraternity, when we realized that a happy customer is worth 100 advertisements in the paper. A happy customer will bring you 100 repeat customers. A happy customer will 15 years later also, when you pass by on the street, say, this guy is the one who, you can rely on him. You can trust him. And it doesn't matter how badly you befuddled with other people, he will still be your most ardent fan. And this is something we all need to strive towards, because a home, unlike a wife, is something that brings you peace all the time. So I want to say, what is the change I want to see in my broker, channel partner, consultant, realtor, whatever we call ourselves, fraternity for tomorrow. I want to see a change that says, Kaam Chalao mentality has to stop. First, it has to stop with you. It has to stop with me. It has to stop with the way we handle our processes. It has to stop with the way we basically do our business. Aato chali jaise, karwa diyo. Unacceptable. Let's stop that yesterday. If it's not possible yesterday, today. Right? Let's start with, what is the fairness principle? If somebody is putting his money into something, let us all start from within ourselves to say, we will only do it in the fair way. Because the fair way, like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, is the only way that will get you through in the long run. At the start of my business life, I met a gentleman from the UK called Mr. Noon. And Mr. Noon at that point of time had bought an apartment with me. And he thought we were very, very fair in the way we did business with him. And this is in the year 2002 or, He actually said, I like you so much, but I want to give you one advice. He said, it doesn't matter if you lose money, don't lose your name. Just keep building your name, because there is money in plenty, there is brand which is very, very few. And gentlemen and ladies, towards that, Rustomjee and every single Rustomite has worked towards it. Even today, and I'm very proud to say this of my team, if I do get lost in that jungle of profit sometimes, my team always has the ability to come up and speak to me and say, sir, we're not doing right as far as the customer is concerned. Let's stay that path. And fortunately, we still have the good sense to listen to people, and we follow that. So I'd want each and every one of you, who I consider my larger team, like Augustine said, my channel partner who I invest in. Today, a real estate developer invests in each one of you, whether it is his time, whether it is his money, whether it's education, whether it's the things that he knows, or just wants to bond with you, like Augustine said, have dinner every single night with one of us. You, I want to see this change happen with fairness. 2, in the old days, we believed what we knew was powerful. I know it, the next fellow doesn't, that's it. This is going to be my calling card. Please understand, this world has opened up, open platforms are available, information is everywhere. Today, you need to know where to source information from, whether it be from one of the CRMs that you have, whether it be from other knowledge platforms that you have, but at the end of the day, it's how you use it. Become someone who is reliable, trustable. I'll give you a small example. I can get onto the net and book any hotel or book any kind of holiday package that I want. Still, every single year when my family and I go on a holiday, we rely on someone who can give us end-to-end. Not only the click of a button. It is very important to learn, know. I'll still want that to be the most competitive, so I'm only checking for. But finally, I'm relying on the human face in front of me. And this, ladies and gentlemen, might take a long time. I'm not saying it will never change, but that might take a long time. Like Mr. Jain out here also mentioned, that the need for a broker is not going to reduce with the coming of technology. If at all, it's going to get redefined with the use of technology. So please become knowledgeable, but share the knowledge Be aware that it really doesn't matter what you know today. It's already out there somewhere. Please share it with everybody. Someone mentioned that we should be very proud. You know, real estate, politics, all this goes hand in hand and people just call us, you know, bedfellows, etc. I have one very simple question to ask each and every one of you. Please stand up and tell me which fairness cream, and my friend Dharmesh keeps on bringing this example up, which fairness cream has really made a person fair? And still, which hair oil has given a bald man hair? Nobody, nothing. I'm telling you all guys, we get shaken up. We shake the moment somebody raises one finger. We sometimes are very happy when someone is belittling my competition. We are very extremely happy that somebody else got blamed, right? So when I read the paper, I'm, nice, this guy has got, now I've got an opportunity. Get rid of this habit. If someone from my fraternity, my ilk, my business is getting slammed, believe me, tomorrow it is my number. And if we stand for this, and if we don't stand up, we are finished. My friend, sales head Kaizad is somewhere in this group. He keeps on, I mean, he can talk off all night about how important a customer is, but genuinely he is very, very important. Even though I listened to him only 10% of what I used to 10 years back, I still believe that one of the key things that you should all be driven by is, and Mahatma Gandhi said this, right? He said, your customer is the one who gives you your salary. It's not your boss. He's just the channel. He's just the conduit, right? It is your customer that's paying you your salary. Be most honest to him. And in your case, your customer is not only your customer, he's actually your friend. So at Rustomjee, we have a term, once you become an apartment purchaser or an investor with us, you're almost termed a Rustomite, which is the same thing I like to call myself. I like to call my entire team, and by that, I want to call my entire Rustomjee family. Please make every one of these guys family. Create a niche for yourselves. Everyone is in the business. Mr. Singh out here mentioned that I don't need to boil the ocean. What a lovely line. I don't need to boil the ocean. If I can have 10 good consumers, those 10 by virtue of the pyramid that they control are going to get 10 more each. Let us start with the limited thing. Let us not get lost in this, so-and-so. I share with you my story. I got lost 5 years back or 7 years back. DLF's doing this, Unitech's doing this. What are you doing? So, what the hell, what can I do? Let's stop that, boss. Take our life. Life is a marathon. It's not a 100-meter race. Let us run it in that fashion. If I will grow, I will grow. But more important than that, every person that deals with me will grow with me. If that attitude is kept by all of us, we will all be extremely happy. Guys, before someone comes and gives me a chit and says, get the hell out of here, I think I will end this keynote speech with only this, that coming together like this teaches us a lot of things. But coming together and forming bonds and partnership is what will keep us going. Embrace all technology there is. I learned a lovely piece of data. There is more technology or data storing ability available on this handphone of yours than that was available to launch the Apollo 11 or second, whatever you call it, to the moon. So that is the kind of availability of it. But how much of it do we use is up to us. But the one thing that, I read somewhere, all your knowledge, all your intelligence, everything is wasted if I cannot connect with you. Everything that you know is of no use if I don't know how much you care about me. Keep this attitude with all our customers, guys. And thank you very much. Once again, thank you for inviting me here. And have a lovely evening ahead. Thank you.
I think it can be a louder applause. Thank you so much, Mr. Irani. We have a little token of appreciation that we would like our little model friends sitting there in the audience. आप सबने इनको देखा अभी, आप सबके representative, Mr. Rustam Rana, Rushad Rana. Actually, he happens to be a junior of mine from school, and I was very happy to see him here. Can we please have you up on stage? No, no, whatever, you give your watch to him. Whatever you have on, you've got to give it to him as a token of thanks. Rushad, you're supposed to give your watch away. Chalo, de do. So what? Thank you once again to both of you.